Welcome to Crime on the Brain. What happens when backpackers, campers, photographers, bird watchers, and hikers disappear without a trace in one of the most mysterious forests in America? Today we're talking about the Pine Barrens in New Jersey. Known for its 1 million acres of thick woods, rough terrain, eerie legends, and disappearances. This area has always been shrouded in mystery that created a sense of awareness, mixed with fear among the locals and visitors. With every new disappearance, the events that took place long ago have the people wondering, was there something supernatural lurking in the woods? One of the most famous accounts associated with the Pine Barrens is the legend of 1735. The Jersey Devil. According to the locals, this legend traces back to the 17th century, with various versions of what happened. One of the most popular told involves a Quaker woman named Deborah Leeds, or Mother Leeds, as she was most often referred to, because of having 13 children. In a moment of despair, while pregnant with the 13th child, she cursed the unborn child, wishing it to be a devil. She supposedly gave birth to the devil's offspring instead, and the cursed words she had used took form on the small boy after delivery. The eyewitness testimony said the baby grew wings, hooves, and a tail and turned into a hideous animal. The beast let out a blood-curdling screech and escaped through a window. The boy then became known as the Jersey Devil, and he has terrorized the Pine Barrens area ever since. It was also rumored the boy had died or had been killed, and that story was told to cover it up. They also believed that the Jersey Devil was the tormented soul of the dead boy. To this day, every time there's a missing person reported, the same questions get asked over and over. Is it just a myth, or a story passed down? Is there a true darkness that lurks in the Pine Barrens? These cases remain unsolved, leaving more questions than answers. What happened to them? Were they taken by the forces of nature, or something far darker? Today there are 19 villages located throughout the forested area. The sense of isolation has contributed to the region's eerie reputation. The Pine Barrens has the reputation for being mysterious and isolated. In the 19th and 20th centuries, many of the people in Pine Barrens lived in small remote communities that are cut off from the rest of the world. The 1 million acres now encompass portions of 7 different counties. Atlantic, Burlington, Camden, Cape May, Cumberland, Gloucester, and Ocean. Over the years, there have been many animals and people that have reportedly gone missing in Pine Barrens. Between 1972 and 1999, 24 people went missing. None of them were found. Their disappearances still remain unsolved. The others reported missing during that time had eventually been located, and their remains were returned to their loved ones. The dense forests, swamps, eerie fog, rugged terrain, and lack of cell phone service make it easy to get lost and simply disappear without a trace. Danielle Lopez, 37 years old, known for being sweet, creative, and loving, went camping with her boyfriend in the Pine Barrens. She vanished April 2024. Some believe she might have been a victim of foul play, while others think she just got lost in the dense woods and would reemerge any day. Danielle had visited these woods before the trip in April, so for her mom to not hear from her for a couple days didn't initially seem like cause for alarm. She had a camping spot, and she had physically checked in on the 12th and had spoken to her mom on the 13th. Days passed with no word from Danielle. Concern began to grow. When Danielle failed to return any phone calls and hadn't come home, her mother reported her missing on April 24th. Search teams were dispatched, scouring the dense woods for any trace of Danielle. But the more they searched, the more baffling the case became. There were no clues, no sign of a struggle, and no hint of where Danielle might have gone. As days went on, the mystery deepened, and Danielle's family began to fear the worst, but always kept hope that she would be found. Then, 8 days after she had been reported missing, something strange happened. Her car was located 12 miles from her campsite on Lost Lane in Woodland in southern Burlington County. The battery was dead. A couple came forward after this discovery and said they had seen her around 6 p.m. on the 13th of April. She had been walking alone on the road. They spoke briefly to her, then they drove further down the road. They did see Danielle's car essentially parked in a large puddle. It was a blue, two-door Hyundai Accent. Around 8 p.m. that same night, a pickup truck driver noticed the small car and pulled up to offer help with getting it out of the mud. But there was no one near the car. On inspection, the truck driver noticed the keys and a few personal items were inside the car, but there were no people. The truck driver turned the engine on and proceeded to pull the car free of the mud. That person then shut the car off, but left the flashing hazard lights on, which caused the battery to later die. Many began to wonder, was Danielle's disappearance simply a tragic accident, or could something darker be at play in the Pine Barrens? Some speculated that Danielle had encountered something supernatural, perhaps the legendary Jersey Devil. The Jersey Devil was, after all, the creature believed to lead people deep into the woods and take them simply because they are there. But others think that those who disappeared might have stumbled upon something more human. On March 6, 2025, remains were found in a wooded area near Lebanon Road in Deerfield. There is another Lebanon Road off of the 74, not far from Danielle's campsite, next to Billy's Auto Center. Could it be that Danielle got a ride to that area, possibly for a tow truck to get her car out of the mud? This is assuming the location of Lebanon Road is not the one closest to Deerfield. The exact statistics on the number of people who have gone missing in the Pine Barrens are not easily available. There are more than 35 unidentified people that have been found in New Jersey since 2000. The region's history of mysterious disappearances is claimed to be well documented, just not readily available to the public. Despite the extensive search efforts, several people have never been found. As of April 2, 2025, New Jersey State Police have confirmed that the skeletal remains are those of an adult female. While many of the disappearances are likely caused by environmental factors, some local stories have linked the Jersey Devil to a few of the unexplained disappearances. To this day, the Pine Barrens remain a place of mystery. The legend of the Jersey Devil continues to haunt this area, and the unsolved disappearance remains the most chilling reason to never go there unprotected. So what do you think? Are these disappearances the work of the infamous Jersey Devil? Is there a darker truth hiding in the Pine Barrens? Do you think the remains found belong to Danielle? We believe they are. She is the most recently reported missing person. Let us know in the comments below if you would venture into the woods with a creature that had the head of a goat, bat-like wings, and the body of a kangaroo. As always, we thank you for watching.